Hello guys, welcome back with another video. Today we are going to learn the concept of the object and classes in Java. So let's get started. Learning about the classes and objects. So basically, what is an object? Object is anything. Means anything can be treated as an object. Means like a pencil, apple, uh, table. Any physical object is can be considered as an object. And object have the its own state and its own behavior as well as its own identity. Means how we can identify it uniquely. Objects it is a physical as well as logical entity, whereas a class in Java is a object is having the state. Means state represents the data or value of an object, or second one is a behavior. Object have its own functionality of an object. Third one is a identity. Identity is a typically implemented via unique ID. Means to identify uniquely it's we have set one we have set some ID. Moving towards the class, we can call it as a template or blueprint from which objects are created. Means by the help of class we can create an object, and it is a logical entity, not a physical entity. And this is a general syntax to define a class. A class, it is a the syntax of the class. Firstly, we have to write class and all the predefined keywords in Java. It is shown by the lower letters. So we have to write class, and then we have to write class name. The class name, and then a class contains fields and methods. A class it can contains variables. A class can contain methods, and class contains a constructor, static block as well as non-static block. So firstly, open your notepad. Here we have to how I'm showing some standard template to write a program in Java. So basically, first one is a documentation. First one is the documentation section. Below that, header file section, in which we have to include the header files. In Java, we can include header files by using import java dot util. Util means utility package. Uh, Classes from the utility package, and we have to write class and class name. I'm I'm giving the sample as a class name, and class name can contain variables, methods, constructors, static block as well as non-static block, and then interfaces a class should contain. So here I am uh, declaring a main function. Means main, it is a method which has a public static void main, and passing the arguments of string type to the main function. In main function, it is a general syntax of class, and here we are showing one message that hello world. So if you have to print something on a screen, so that time we use in C and C++ we use the in C we use the printf, scanf statements. But in C++ we use C in, C out. But in Java we use the system dot out dot print. uh, whichever message we have to show, we want to show that message, put into the double quotes, and then semicolon. Semicolon is a mandatory to terminate a line. Means compiler can understand. Means it is a end of the statement. So that's why semicolon is a compulsory. So we are going to save this program, with an sample.java. There are several rules. Means any instruction written in Java should be in a class, and class is having the class name. That is, we are maintaining here the class name as a sample, and every class should have a main function. Means actual execution of the program starts from the main, but if we don't have a main function, that time a compiler generates an error, that is a main class would not be loaded, and then whichever statements we are writing in a code, that are written in between the curly braces, that are the some rules defined in Java to write an program. So we have I have to save that I have saved sample.java, and if you want to compile or execute that file, so we have to simply open the command prompt and check whether Java is installed or not. For that, I have told earlier command. That command is a Java space version. If Java is installed, that time the like this information will show. Otherwise, it can generate an error. But in my PC, Java is installed. To change the path where I am save my sample in uh, D. So change the directory. I am simply putting the D later with a colon, and while entering the while enter pointer go. So there is a command javac space file name dot java. It is a command to compile the file. If a file has any error, or any kind of error, or any kind of exception, that time the compiler return it. Otherwise, it can simply print. So there is java space, what is the file name. Here is a file name as a sample, so I am writing as a sample java space program name, or class name. While entering, we want to print a statement that is hello world, and we have successfully variables, methods, constructor, static blocks, non-static blocks, and interfaces in one.